What if the prophet Daniel's visions were like actually seeing AI and not something that actually happened? Because come on, dude. This was something that I guess Trump posted on his Truth Social, an AI generated video. Daniel 11:45, and he shall plant the tabernacles of his palace between the seas in the glorious holy mountain. Yet he shall come to his end, and none shall help him. Whatever is between the seas and the holy mountain, I don't know, could be Gaza. But wouldn't that be a trip? Like somebody from 2,000 years ago who's getting biblical prophecies and he's actually seeing the future, but he's seeing AI. How would you even describe that? Because it looks to me like somebody's already planning on planting their palace between the seas and the holy mountain. And you know he wants to take it over for profit. We also know that is a Bible prophecy, and so it'll happen. But boggles my mind that some people are just like oblivious and they're like, no, Donald Trump's not the AC. Really? They come up with some stupid excuse like, oh, the AC doesn't like women. That's not what it actually says. It says that he won't regard their desire for him. It doesn't mean he doesn't want to stick his hot dog in a fish taco. Then you got people saying, oh, everyone will love him and he'll be attractive and young. Doesn't say that anywhere.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a story that ignited debates worldwide. President Donald Trump has unveiled an AI-generated video displaying his vision for the Gaza Strip, branding it Trump Gaza. This portrayal has been met with a spectrum of reactions, from shock to outrage. Let's break down the details and the global response.
Did you guys see the news clip? Well, now the U.S. is going to get involved and they're going to take over the Gaza Strip and fix it up and then provide jobs to many. I want you guys to understand, you are being deceived. There are multiple scriptures that actually show you this. And some of you all still are in disbelief that this man is the Antichrist. Well, he's showing himself clear. And if you don't know the history behind the Gaza Strip and the land, read your Bible. But I want you to know that Amos makes it very clear that when all these things occur, our Redeemer draws nigh. The true Hebrew Israelites, those who are of the transatlantic slave trade, I want you to have hope in your heart. Read Amos chapter 9 and make sure that you understand that our God is going to restore and rebuild. And the land that they're trying to take over right now and take it from the indigenous Hebrew Israelites, the land that they are over there now committing genocide and have destroyed everything, this is just prophecy fulfilling itself. But read Amos chapter 9, and when you finish reading that, it should build your confidence and boldness and knowing that our God is going to turn it all around. But we do have to go through this period where this deception has really taken over people. But just know that this false peace is bringing sudden destruction. In 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and 3, we see that it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them, and travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. This gives us a understanding that there's going to be a false sense of security. And what does he keep saying? What does Trump keep saying? He's going to give us stability, security, peace. We see in Daniel chapter 8:25, he makes it clear, and through his policies also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many, and he shall also stand up against the Prince of Peace, but he shall be broken without hand. So we got to understand that this whole called peace and security is being used as a tool for deception. And guess what? Trump is right here in Daniel 9:27. What is he doing? And he shall confirm the covenant with many for 1 week. In the midst of the week, he shall cause sacrifice and oblation to cease. And for the overspreading of abominations, he shall make it desolate. So you guys have to understand, we are right here. For all those so-called tribulation, pre-tribulation, all this other stuff, y'all need to wake up and realize that Christianity has taught you some lies. And if you are following religion and you don't read your Bible for yourself and have a relationship with God, you are going to be deceived. And you are following fake Jews, Revelation 2 and 9, right to the false Messiah. So it is my prayer that y'all wake up and start seeing the truth. You need to get your life right, get your heart right, because guess what? Not here coming shortly. Just like he ended the central banking system, and y'all like, oh, that's a great thing because they're bad. Boo-boo. He's showing you what's in the right hand, but not showing you what's in the left. They're switching over to cryptocurrency. And guess what? That cryptocurrency is going to align with the chip that they're putting in you or whatever they do, so that cryptocurrency replaces the world digital banking system. So the market's coming, and it seems like it's coming pretty quickly.
Good morning. While you were sleeping, the Trump administration made some more very dangerous and very unpopular decisions as they relate to foreign policy. Marco Rubio is in Israel right now, meeting with Netanyahu about what to do about Gaza. Now, there is a ceasefire in place, which is the plan that should be being executed right now, but is not being executed. Hamas is still holding several dozen hostages. Israel was supposed to allow in about 60,000 mobile homes and 200,000 tents, but those resources are being held at the Egyptian border. Only about 20,000 temporary shelters have made their way into Gaza. And Israel is now claiming that instead of upholding the ceasefire, they will begin phase 1 of invoking what they call Trump's plan to remove all Palestinians from Gaza. Saudi Arabia, which is supposed to be a partner in the Middle East, has said that they do not support Trump's ethnic cleansing plans. And I'm not using the word ethnic cleansing lightly, okay? The literal definition of ethnic cleansing is the systemic forced removal of ethnic, racial, or religious groups from a given area. Marco Rubio is now headed to Saudi Arabia to get ready for those conversations that are happening between Putin and Trump on Tuesday. And Netanyahu is headed to Cairo to negotiate the resettlement of Gazans in Egypt, something that he continues to call Trump's plan. He also calls it the only viable solution for an enduring future for Gazans, which sounds a little bit like when someone else called the forced removal of a certain ethnic group the final solution. The Arab states continue to push back against this ethnic cleansing plan, even though Trump and Netanyahu say, but it's not an ethnic cleansing because we're asking the Gazans to go voluntarily. The Gazans have said no. There is no voluntary plan to relocate to Egypt for any of them. As you are waking up, it will be nighttime over there, so we probably won't have any new information throughout much of the day. But I think it's super important for all Americans to know that Netanyahu executing an ethnic cleansing is being called Trump's plan. And the Arab states like Iran and Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Egypt, who do not agree with this plan, do agree if it moves forward, it will be because of the United States. And we will be held responsible for enabling Netanyahu. This week's news is all about foreign policy. Eyes are on Saudi Arabia, where Marco Rubio is there to negotiate what's happening with Gaza, and Trump will meet with Putin on Tuesday to negotiate what happens with Ukraine. But neither Gazans nor Ukraine will be in Saudi Arabia to hold up their side of an argument. So, I will have more when we know more. This isn't to scare you, it's just to prepare you. The United States is making some very unpopular decisions abroad, and those decisions are not especially popular at home either.
I just saw a video. A lot of news are showing a video of Trump, the Trump supposedly shared, which was the new Gaza, which is an AI generated video and is absolutely ridiculous. I don't know who it is. I don't know why they're doing it, but it's certainly not Trump. And it's very concerning because it feels like I would definitely see Trump as a smart man and a man that's not what people are trying to put him out as to be, which is a Nazi. I would say I'm sure there's a lot of people around him who are like that, but I believe Trump is simply a smart man who makes business and is not about all the ethnic cleansing, because Trump has criticized the Israeli president in the past. So and from all the footage I seen President Trump interacting with Muslim people, he's been on the support of them. I know there's been he said a few weird, questionable things, but the whole video seems like BS to me, and I would love to know the true reason behind it. Who put him up for it? Why? Like, it seems like big bullshit to me, and it just seems like at the moment people are trying to create division. I would be really careful at the moment. I would recommend everyone to not trust everything they see on the news, because the media, especially all the news outlets, they all have their own political parties and they all have their agendas and motives. So I would certainly stay out of the news for a while and just ignore all the bullshit. And once the government tries to make us do something against our will, that's when we should stand up. And it's bullshit. It's just bullshit. So good luck, guys, good luck. But we're living in weird times. I feel like a big war is about to happen. Not about to happen, but soon, which sucks. Hopefully not. I hope I'm wrong. But yeah, I think it's BS, honestly. Good luck though, everyone.
Alright, this whole situation with Trump's AI-generated Trump Gaza video is beyond wide. First off, let's just acknowledge how the dystopia this is. AI-generated propaganda designed to make Gaza look like some billionaire's playground, completely whitewashing the ongoing destruction and suffering. It's giving 1984 meets late-stage capitalism, and people are understandably furious. The video itself is a pure fantasy. It depicts Gaza as this ultra-model paradise with luxury high-rises, pristine beaches, shopping malls, and of course a golden statue of Trump himself, because why not? Elon Musk is in there throwing money around. They are belly dancing, and whole thing is set to this over-the-top soundtrack that literally announces Trump Gaza finally here. Like, this isn't just tone deaf, it's outright disturbing. But let's talk about what this actually means. This isn't just some wild AI-generated video. This is an attempt at normalizing the idea of erasing Palestinians from their own land. The vision being sold here is one where Palestinians don't exist. Trump and Netanyahu have been pushing this idea of relocating Gaza to Egypt, which is just another way of saying forced displacement. This is literally ethnical cleansing being rebranded as a real estate opportunity. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, Trump's just throwing, or this is just another one of his PR stunts. But this goes beyond trolling. This is a preview of what they actually want to do. And the worst part is being done in a way that people could start to accept as normal. AI is being used to shape public perception, to soften the idea of occupation and displacement, to make it look like a good thing. And let's be real, Trump isn't just pulling this out of thin air. He has a history of pushing policy that benefit Israel at the expenses of Palestinians. Remember when we moved the US embassy to Jerusalem, that was a massive signal that he was all in on Israel's expansionist policy. Now with Netanyahu still in power and pushing for a final solution to the Gaza situation, yes, he actually called it that. It's clear that this is part of a much bigger strategy. The global reaction has been intense. People are outraged, but there are also those who are eating this up. MAGA supporters are cheering it on like this is some genius business move. Israeli handling see it as validation, but then you have the rest of the world looking at this like, are we seriously watching a former US president push AI propaganda to justify war crimes? And the answer is yes, we are. The Arab world is pushing back though. Saudi Arabia, Jordan and Egypt have all come out strongly against this so-called plan. Even US allies are warning that this could destabilize the entire region. And let's not forget Iran. They are already on edge, and this kind of history only escalates things. If this plan actually moves forward, we are looking at a much bigger conflict. And let's talk about the bigger picture here. This isn't just about Gaza. This is about how AI is being weaponized in politics. We already saw how AI-generated deepfakes were used in election, but now we are seeing AI being used to rewrite reality in real time. What happens when AI is used to justify other wars, other occupations, other genocides, or if leaders can just generate their own version of reality and sell it to their followers? What happens to truth? And speaking of deception, let's not ignore the world cryptocurrency angle, because while everyone is focused on Gaza, Trump has also been pushing to end the central bank system and transition to a new economic model. This is all leading toward digital currency, which, surprise, surprise, is going to be controlled by the same ally that people think they are fighting against. It is ultimate bat and switch. People need to wake up. This isn't about left and right. This isn't about Israel versus Palestine. This is about control. It's about reshaping the world in a way where only the ultra-rich have power and everyone else is either displaced, silenced, or working in some dystopian AI-run system where reality itself is dictated by a handful of billionaires. And if you still think Trump isn't the Antichrist, I don't know what to tell you. People keep making excuses. Oh, the Antichrist won't like women. That is not what the Bible actually say. Or he will be young and attractive. No, doesn't say that either. What it does say is that he will deceive many, he will push false peace, and he will rise to power through manipulation and lies. Sounds familiar. And now we have got Marco Rubin in Israel, Netanyahu running around negotiating resettlement plans, and Trump meeting with Putin to discuss Ukraine. All of these things are happening at the same time. And what does the Bible say when they say peace and safety? Then sudden destruction comes upon them. We are literally watching prophecy unfold. So what can you do? First off, stop trusting the news of face value. Stop assuming that just because something looks good on the surface, it actually is. Look at what's happening behind the scene. Look at what is being set up for the future. And more than anything, don't get caught up in the distraction. Because that is what this is. Why people are arguing over whether the AI video is funny or offensive. The real plans are moving forward. It's time to wake up. It's time to start preparing, because once the dust settles, you don't want to be on the wrong side of history. If you found this breakdown insightful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any updates. And let's keep this conversation going in the comments. What do you think about all of this? Let me know below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next one.